Field in the Soto District of Seattle. Tonight, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC West. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen and Jason Myers as a set to get started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But what he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action now for Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Man in motion is Smith. Off play action, it's Stafford. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it 4th down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters.
They got 6 on that first down run, so it is 2nd and 4. They'll run the toss with Walker. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And that changes things. Out of bounds inside the 40. A big play for Seattle. 45 yards.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
He'll get this out wide. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Now Darnold. He'll step up and run this.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it with Walker. This will not do the trick. They stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
A loss of 2 yards.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. What will the 2nd quarter have in store? Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. On 4th down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, this is Blake Corum. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. Oh, a loose football. The Seahawks scoop it up. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Well, Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Donald. That's complete. It's Jackson Smith in Jigba.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
2nd down, they need 7. Here's a handoff to Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. This one caught at the 4. And he's got the 1st down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but
under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. He's got it at the 3.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get 4th and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
So Myers back out there. Had the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with a 1st down. They go quick. The ball comes out. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack.
And man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate. That ball bounced right back to him. And he's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. And he's out of bounds. Still short of the first down, but he got a good chunk of yardage back with that one.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Throw on third down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's going to be fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
To return, it's Shaheed. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Seahawks offense back onto the field for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big play for Seattle. 32 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end. I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
And he's down at the 3. What a run. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. In motion is Barner. Darnold now to throw. On the run to the right.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn into a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. It looked like one of the Seahawks was in there and did keep the ball with Seattle.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This from 34 yards. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Seahawks will open up a 9-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Rams offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Now it's 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 3.
So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hansen. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Nice job on the returns. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll get this up to the 44. Tackle made by Nate Landman.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll run the sneak, and he will have the Seahawks first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Brings it in left side. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Rams' 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and a yard. On the ground, it's Walker. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 4. Here's a designed run. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Wow, is he dangerous when he calls his own number. A pickup of 18 yards and a first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Second and 1.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Walker. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself first and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown.
Shaheed in motion. Throwing, Donald, and that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there as time has expired. The third quarter has come to an end. From the 2-yard line yet again, what can they do on third and goal? To throw is Darnold. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal.
So often down here in these goal-to-go situations, so much of the emphasis is placed on taking away the wide receivers and the tight end targets in the end zone. It's not so easy bringing these backs down on the check down, so give a lot of credit to this defense, rallying to the ball and keeping them short of the end zone.
Another walk through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Seahawks will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Jason Myers.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Rams offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That is hard. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Right back to Adams. He's got it again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. To the outside, he's got Smith. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And 1st down, it is Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And you're one of the go-to guys on your team. I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Parkinson in motion. Stafford to throw again. Short throw pulled in by Parkinson. And he'll take this down to the 2, but a good tackle there. Going to set up 3rd and goal.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That one, taken in. 2-2 Atwell. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now the try for an extra point. He gets it to go, and the Rams have cut the deficit to 5. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
A rare miss come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
On second down, it's Darnold. This pass taken in by Shaheed. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up third down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Got a man, that's Warner, the tight end.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
Here's 1st and 10. A handoff, running left is Walker. Inside the 25. The defense saves the touchdown, but a terrific run. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 10.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Walker. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. after the TD. Myers comes on now to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, here's 2nd down. They put Adams in motion. And his caught left side, that's Parkinson. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
Breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
The 12's making noise in Seattle before 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That one into the hands of Atwell. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. Looking out of the gun, Stafford. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The motion man is Nakua. To the air again, Stafford. And the work is close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Throwing again is Stafford. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Rams have cut the deficit to 5. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. Look at him go! And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Now the point after try from Myers. And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Lake Corum now from his end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
So this is where you find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. So it's a win here for the Seahawks. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.